Hey, what is up guys? Guitar here, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Alright, today we're gonna have a short look at the new banners, the new weapon banners, and of course, that's going to come in like, I believe, 1 day's time. So Zhongli, and I'm sure all of you guys have been waiting for Zhongli for the longest time ever. Is he gonna be worth it? So let's check it out. Okay, so first things first, alright, so we are going to have a new story chapter for Zhongli, and I do appreciate it. So every time they do this story chapter, you get to feel or you get to play as the character a little bit, and also you get a little bit of their backstory, especially for Charles' backstory. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. It gives me the impression that, alright, Charles is not actually as bad as he seems. He's actually a pretty good guy, right? He's like very protective of his brother and stuff. I don't want to spoil it too much for those of you who have not yet done the quest, but we're gonna have Zhongli. Alright, so you can basically use the story key to play a Zhongli story quest, Historia Antiqua chapter. Alright, so that is easily doable. Now again, we are also going to be able to test them out. So make sure you guys do this every time because you're getting some free rewards along the way. So before you decide to pull for them as well. So this is something that you want to know. You decide whether they'll be good for you or not specifically. And let's talk about the banner itself. Now this is going to be very difficult. I'm going to straightforward, wholeheartedly say this because in my previous video where I did should you pull for Child Banner, there are some players that end up not getting what they want specifically for the 4 stars. Alright? So hear me out. If you want to pull for Zhongli, yes, you have to go for this banner. There's no escaping it, right? Because if you want Zhongli, you need to pull on this banner, or else you might have to wait for a while before he rotates back, alright? And that's gonna take a while because the first banner we have in this game is Venti and Klee, and then we have Chal, and then Zhongli is now the 4th one, and then we're gonna have like what, Xiao or whatever after this. I'm not sure what's the order like, but it is going to be a while for sure before Zhongli returns. So if you don't get him now, you might even have to wait for a year. Alright, so I know some of my viewers who end up regretting not pulling for Venti. You know what, Venti is gone. There's no way to obtain Venti even in the standard banner. Alright, if you go to the standard banner, alright, if you guys are not familiar, we have two separate banners, right, for the pull. So one is the character rate up banner and one is a standard banner. So in the standard banner, if you look at details right here, you can see there's a chance for you to get all the 5-star, Keqing, Mona, Diluc, Qiqi, Jin, but you cannot ever get those characters that are exclusive in the character rate up, like Venti, Klee, and Chal. You can never obtain them here. So I'm not sure if that will change in the future, but for now, yes, it will take a while before they rotate back. Which is why Keqing, Mona, Qiqi, Diluc, and Jin, you know, you can probably wait. And if you really want Zhongli, you should pull on this banner, the character rate up one. And if you still have not yet gotten your 5 stars, don't worry, the PT from this banner will be carried over to the next banner. Now here's the problem though, here's the problem. What if you don't want Zhongli? What if you want one specific 4 stars right here? Should you pull? You know, if you just want one of these, I would say no. Alright, you should probably just skip this banner entirely and just wait for whatever banner that will come next time. Alright, so I am actually really interested in Xin Yan. Alright, I'm actually interested in Xin Yan because, you know, she plays the guitar. I think it's an electric guitar, alright? She uses Claymore, which is a little bit unfortunate. And actually that's the problem with this banner. All 4 stars right here uses Claymore. So if you put for Razor, you got Xin Yan, you got Chongyun, and if you want to build all 3 of them, let's say, you are going to need 3 separate Claymores for all 3 of them. Which is going to be tough, alright? It's going to be tough, alright? All 3 of them requires the same type of weapon. They are not the same element though. Xin Yan is going to be a Pyro type, Razor is going to be Electro, alright? And then we have Chongyun, which is going to be a Cryo. Now, to be honest, I think out of these 4 stars, the best one is probably going to be Razor. Like, he's always known for one of the best 4-star DPS in the game, alright? So Razor's damage is just insanely high. And constellation wise, you don't really need Razor to have any, to be honest. And you could actually say that for any 4 stars as well, to be frank, right? Chongyun is probably going to be 2nd, and I doubt Xin Yan is going to be good. Her skills looks pretty cool and it looks pretty awesome, but I really doubt that she's going to be like extremely good. The reason why is because we already have Xiangling. And Xiangling is pretty much free to almost every single account out there. Alright, if you have Xiangling, that is going to basically fit or fill your pyro needs. And if you really need one more pyro character, yes, probably Xin Yan is gonna be decent, but I'm not sure. I highly doubt that she's going to be better than Xiangling. Of course, I would love to check her out, and we're gonna have a much more in-depth analysis once the banner comes out, right? And once you can test the characters, most likely I'll test them first. But looking at Razor, looking at Chongyun, looking at Xin Yan, I think that's going to be the order of ranks that I'm gonna go buy them. And for me personally, I really don't need Chongyun. The reason why is because I already have a Chi-Chi, right? Chi-Chi is an ice type, and Chi-Chi is gonna fill in all the needs for me to deal cryo damage, and also I pulled for Diona as well. So I have two lollies which has the cryo abilities. In terms of having one more cryo character, it's really a bit too much, alright? I would prefer to balance it out a little bit. And yes, getting Chongyun or building Chongyun doesn't make sense for me, but I can see if you don't have Diona or Chi-Chi, or if you only have, like, everybody gets Kea for free, right? And Kea is he's actually not bad, but I know not many players like to build him because he's a free character. But it's up to you guys. Would you rather pull for Chongyun or just use Kea, which you already have? And Kea, from what I heard, is really good even at low skill level, and you don't really need to ascend him much. But yeah, that's besides the point. Again, for free to play players, right? If you are just looking to pull for one specific one, I honestly advise you guys to avoid this banner, alright? In my previous video, like I mentioned, a lot of players were trying to go for Diona, and they end up getting too much Ningguang and too much Beidous, which they don't want to build, or they don't really need. You know, that's the problem right there. And people like me end up with Diona. I really wanted Ningguang. Holy, I really wanted a Ningguang C1. I ended up getting like a bunch of Dionas and Beidous in return. Like, my god. It's so difficult to just get that one character that you want. Unless you have two characters here that you want, then sure, go and pull for it. Alright, but I do think that none of these characters are like a super must-have. Alright, like for example, Razor, if you happen to already have Beidou, right? Or if you happen to already have Fischl. Fischl is free, alright guys? If you guys have not yet do your event, please go to event details right here. Please click on this bottom right Princess Sense pack. Alright, complete all of this, you can get Fischl for free. She is going to fill or fit all your electro needs already in most of the cases. So she is so good as a support, and she's also a very decent main damage dealer if you are willing to go that physical damage route. And I might try to showcase that in the future because I'm still working on my gears and stuff. You know, Fischl is gonna be super good in most cases. Like, you don't really need an Electro Razor to help you. Unless we're talking about second team of Abyss, then in that case, maybe you can consider, but then you have two Electro type, I don't know, as your main. It's going to be a bit awkward. So yeah, that's something that you want to consider as well moving forward. So I think that pretty much summarized my thoughts. If you really want Zhongli, pull for him for sure, you might get any of these. But if you don't want Zhongli, and you only want one specific one, I would say just hold off, just save your Primal Gems for the next banner, where maybe you want to get 2 of the characters out of 3. That would be a better chance of you to get what you want. As for the weapon banner, Epitome Invocation, alright, these 2 weapons, I don't know what they do yet. I'm not sure what their passive skills will be like, but from what I've gathered, they seem to be leaning towards the shield type damage boost. Alright, so where if your characters have shield, they will be able to boost their damage further. I'm not sure if I like that kind of weapons, because unless you are willing to run like shield type characters in your team, it's going to be quite hard to fit them in. But looking at the 4 stars, right, to be honest, for me, when I look at all of these, I don't think any of these are specifically good at all compared to what we have currently. Lion's Roar is going to be pretty good on Kaching, but that's about it. That's even debatable. Some players have been saying that Black Sword is better, but of course, like I said, debatable, right? So if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, I feel like the current weapon banner is better. If you look at the current weapon banner right now, Rust, we have the Flute. So these 2, Rust is known as one of the best 4-star bow. Same for Flute. Flute is one of the best 4-star single-handed sword, and it's very consistent for a lot of characters. Like Chi-Chi can benefit from this, same for Jin, like even Traveler if you want to. Like, this is so good, and Eye of Perception is pretty decent as well. Rain Slasher is quite unique. Favonius Lens is pretty unique as well, but I think this weapon banner, in terms of the 4 stars, alright, is better than the one that's coming up next. So I wouldn't pull on this unless you want the 5-star weapons. Again, only if you're willing to whale, you know, PT all the way to 90, then you should pull. Otherwise, all of this is like, it's very much leaning towards the support characters for these 3 weapons. And for Dragon's Bane, Dragon's Bane is not that good of a lens or polearm, sorry, comparing to what we have from the craftable one, the Crescent Pike. That one is just way better. And yeah, the only good one here might be perhaps Lion's Roar, and that is only if you have a Keqing, or I'm not sure who else can use this, maybe Burnett. But other than that, I'm gonna say skip for sure. Yeah, looks like the banner this time around is not as exciting as the Charles one. And also, if you guys have not yet checked this shop, okay, so just a gentle reminder that all of this will be going away soon. Alright, so it's going to reset in 1 day and 10 hours for me. So make sure you guys, you know, if you still have some of these Star Glitter exchange, right, and you are considering of buying any of the weapons, or Lisa, or Burnett, which I have purchased mine, okay, so I was still thinking earlier, should I buy Burnett or should I not? And I have no idea what's going to come next. And based on the pattern, it looks like with 1 character, alright, which is like from the beginner, which you can obtain for free, and 1 more character which is like you can't pull in gacha yet. The previous one was Razor, and if I'm not mistaken, Razor and Amber. And this month we have Lisa and Burnett. My guess that next month they might put Xingqiu and Kea. This is just my prediction, alright? This is not a leak or anything. I'm just guessing that it's going to be Xingqiu and Kea. And if it's Xingqiu, you guys should consider buying him, because that guy is just insanely good. Even if you don't plan to build him, just buy him so you can get discount on books. His passive skill is insane. Insanely good. Alright, consider that as well. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. As always, let me know what you guys think of the new banners. If you are free to play, you're just getting for 4 stars, are you guys still going to pull on it, knowing the risks ahead? As always, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.